Good afternoon and welcome to O'Neill's Healy Park in Omagh. You see the captains out there, they're getting their pictures taken. Look at that lovely close-up shot there from Kieran McMahon right out there with a lovely device that has given you really atmospheric, beautiful shots off the referee and the officials as well. The referee is Cathy Derry from Monaghan, and it's all female officials for the Ulster Ladies Finals this weekend, and the captains enjoying the attention as well. And the captains both Saskia Boyle actually is number 6. I was going to say 11, but that's a senior game. I've got 2 games to commentate on today. I'm getting mixed up in them, but it's Saskia Boyle, number 6 for Donegal, and she is a county player, of course. And the captain for Lavey on the left there, wearing number 12, is Katrina Toner. So that is the scene out in the middle, and Paul Swift getting photographs, and they're all stepping in to make sure they get those photographs right. And I'm actually going to try and give you all of the officials' names because they are all deserving of it, and of course they've earned their place here today at this final. And the other officials, Grania Sands was on the left there, and on the right it was Helen Rice, and the 4th official is Gavin Finnegan from Down. So Cathy taking charge of this junior final here, and she is going to do the toss in a minute. And there's not really much of a breeze here. I don't think there's any advantage really in what way you play here, but the man who knows more than me is Vinny McCullough, who's with me, and he's a local legend here. And Vinny, you know this pitch as well as I do. Well, actually, how far do you go back? Because I go back to when there was only a wooden hut and Jay the Undertaker used to chase us, and that's all there was here. That's a long time ago.
I never heard Jay being referred to as Undertaker now, but
did I say Undertaker? I think I meant what did I mean? Groundsman.
I probably
caretaker. Okay, go on ahead.
Well, I wouldn't be as long about the club as you, Jerome. I'm here from the 80s, I suppose, the very early 80s when the new club rooms were built.
Some spot now, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And you know something, it's going from bigger and better the whole time. From every year they're improving on it, you know. And
what do you think in terms of what way you play here, or what the pitch is like? You've been out walking it there, I'm sure.
Well, we would always prefer to play into the town end goals in the first half if we were on the toss.
Which is on the left
it's on the left.
Well,
yeah.
on the right is you're looking at that shot there, but as the left as we're looking at it. So, yeah. But and what about the surface? I mean, there's been a lot of rain the last couple of days and overnight, and even the last couple of hours.
Do you know someone? I'm going to give a shout out to D-Mac here. He's the grounds maintenance man here. David Erin, he's done a fantastic job in Healy Park over this past number of years. That pitch, for all the rain,
because there were problems that were well documented.
For all the rain that has fell this last number of weeks, that pitch is actually still in good condition. It's only outside the white lines, the side lines, that there would be a wee bit of softness, but apart from that, the pitch is in great condition.
Is it soft just around the sides, or in the middle is it a bit soft just for players? And I'm thinking even for the senior players coming later on, what's it going to be like for them?
No, well, maybe just them black spots, maybe there might be a wee bit of softness there, but overall the pitch generally is in really good condition.
I suppose this time of year every pitch is going to be soft to an extent.
Absolutely, aye. But again, you spoke about the one there. There's a wee bit of a swirl there, but not much.
A wee bit, yeah.
But Healy Park is very open, you know, so...
Yeah, and a wee bit of drizzle there I can see, but nothing really to bother you this time of year, or the players. I mean, this should still be a good game out there. You need your gloves and you need to keep your feet, basically, but it could be tricky, but this is as good as you're going to get.
Aye, absolutely. I don't just know what way these girls are used to playing, but Healy Park's quite a big pitch, you know, it's quite wide.
Well, Dunlow's way over there in West Donegal, so when I hear their pitches are sloping it too, so they must be thinking they're in Wembley.
I will, true enough. Our girls, our minors were down there this day last week. We fortunately knocked Dunlow minors out of the Ulster campaign, so I'm sure there's a few of them minors playing today for their seniors.
Well, we'll come to them in a second, but we're looking at Lavey here. Now, obviously, they're well known as a camogie area rather than ladies football. They're only in a first year playing at senior in ladies football, which is incredible as an adult. You know, they've only been going a few years at all. So the progress that they have made is amazing. And the manager was in there, Brian Scullion, and he's got Paul Scullion and Cathy Collins in there as well. And Mary Jo Boyle has been the driving force there. But as I say, the progress they have made is quite stunning. They beat Clonmore 2-7 to 1-7, Clonmore from Armagh. Then they beat Carryduff 3-8 to 1-8. That's the Carryduff B team. and that's what's brought Lavey through there. And they're after a win here today after Steelstown won yesterday. Derry looking for 2 in a row, so lovely shots again, nice and close there. And the Dunloe team over to the left are in white. Let's look at the teams quickly because I think we're going to go to the anthem pretty soon, so let's go to one of the teams. Let's go to Dunloe first of all and have a look at their team. And you have Saskia Boyle, as I say, number 6 is the captain, and her sister is in there as well. That's Ulita at number 13. And then you have, let's see who else you have. Well, you have in the forwards you have Katie Wallace. Her point forced the extra time against Coal Island at number 10. Tara Gagan is a minor player that you would have come up against last week, Vinny. And Patrice Boyle, she got 2 goals in the semi, so that's their team. Now we are going to a minute silence, and unfortunately terrible news this morning from County Down, from Ballykindler, and Sean McCashin, their well-known referee there, has apparently suddenly passed in the last day or so, and it was tragic news that we heard this morning. So a minute silence for Sean. A great man for refereeing and administration in County Down at youth level and East Down level over the years, Sean McCashin. I'm sure there's shock around the province, not just in County Down, about the passing of Sean McCashin. We'll be having the anthem now in a second. Maybe just getting the microphone passed over. I don't know if we've time to look at the Lavey team. We'll maybe put it up and have a quick look and see how long we've got. So let's look at the Lavey team, and there's one change here, and it's number 22 Sinead McGill is in for 8 Niamh Conway. The player to watch is Carla Collins, number 14. She's a teenage sensation apparently, scored a hat-trick in the semi-finals in the second half. Her dad would be Ollie Collins, that a lot of people would know, and she also got a penalty against Clonmore. And then you have Shauneen Rafferty at number 15. She'll probably go out around the midfield area. She's one of the, shall we say, veterans of the team, and you've the names that are familiar to that area. You have Mulhollands and Scullions, Rafferty's in there as well, and the captain from left half forward, and their manager, as I say, is Brian Scullion there. So that is the Lavey team, and they are getting set for the game. And actually they're going straight to their positions. I don't think we are having the anthem at this particular game, so it's only Dunloe we are waiting for. They are in the huddle there, as you see, and their manager, the famous Tony Boyle from the 1992 Donegal All-Ireland winning team. He was at full forward in that team. He's 4 daughters, so we'd no choice to get involved. And finally, give a little bit back to the ladies' side of the club, and they have had an amazing year. They've won everything this year. A terrific year for them. On Facebook and YouTube via Ulster Ladies, all free to watch. So you have a choice of where you want to watch it, but you certainly don't have to pay for it, and lots of people are online already, I can see. So I'll be keeping an eye on the messages coming in there, and lots of wishes of good luck. But we're about to get into the game here, so we will keep an eye on that. And you see 22 there for Lavey indeed, and that is Sinead McGill in for number 8 Niamh Conway. So she has gone straight into midfield. So Cathy Derry from Monaghan will get us underway, as Siobhan Coyle did yesterday, and as Maggie will do later on. All female referees this weekend for the 3 Ulster Ladies final, and a lovely mention from the Steelstown captain yesterday, appreciating that in her post-match speech after getting the cup, which was a nice mention as well. So Dunloe in the white, Lavey in the orange and black, and it is the 2023 Ulster Junior final here at O'Neill's Healy Park in Omagh. Off we go. Donegal against Derry, and it's Derry who get the ball from that, and that is the number 14 I was telling you about, Carla Collins, the teenager, and she is certainly a tall player, and she's out around the middle to win that. She'll probably move into that forward area now. You see her there near the ball. That's the captain. This is Katrina Toner. A bit quiet here actually. It's such a big stadium, and as Vinny with me was saying, it's quite open as well, so we don't have too much atmosphere in the early stages. But Lavey pressing there and drawing a free, and Cathy Derry's second whistle is for a free for Lavey, which they should put over from there, you would imagine. And on Facebook, Joanne McColgan, best of luck to Dunlow, and thanks to Ulster LGFA for streaming the game. On behalf of them, you're absolutely welcome. This is Carla Collins. And Vinny, you remember Ollie Collins, good hurler, good footballer too. You remember him, do you?
I do, oh absolutely. I'm just looking at this gear. Yeah. Well struck free, well done.
Easy does it, yeah. Yeah, she's been scoring goals for fun, and she seems a real talent, you know.
And she's underage, you're saying?
Yeah, she's very young. She's a teenager, you know, so, but she's in there now, and she is going to play around that full forward area, I think, but she is certainly a great addition to them. Now, I wonder what this is about. The goalkeeper is having to get a bib. The referee has spotted that the jersey's very similar, so she's given her a green bib there. It's similar to the Lavey player, so she's going to have to wear that. That's the Dunlow keeper, Ellie McGarvey. Kick out high, out to the wing. And it's gone straight to the Lavey number 9, Maria Rafferty. So easy possession for the Derry girls. Nolene McBride is 13. 4 is Maria Mulholland. Turned over though, and off goes Cora Wallace. Lots of room in front of her, and gives it inside nicely, and that is Saskia Boyle, the captain, and they're letting the ball do the work. They're pumping it in there, and there's a lot of room up there. Big pitch here at Healy Park, and they're making use of it. Wonder if that's deliberate or just the way it happened from the manager, Tony Boyle. Move the ball quickly, that's the trick. Not so easy to do in these conditions, but they've made it look easy, and Ava Caulfield has settled the Donegal girls with a fine point and really good, stylish, moving the ball quickly play there, Vinny. Absolutely,
that all came from a turnover. Dunlow number 13 turned over that Lavey player. That's where that point came from. An excellent bit of play, a really, really well taken point.
And you like to see them moving the ball quickly, and here's Lavey trying to do the same. Lots of good kick passing, and on a pitch like this could be the key. And indeed in the senior game later, you know, they'll be trying to move the ball quick. Is that easier to do on this kind of surface and this kind of pitch? The ball seems to be bouncing quite well.
The pitch is hard enough, there's no question about it. Of course, naturally, that it's not a summer pitch at the minute, but
yeah, like yesterday, we were out in Carrickmore yesterday, Vinny, and the ball, it didn't bounce. Yeah. You know, it didn't come back up, but here it is, and it makes a difference. Oh, lovely ball inside there. Jasmine Gallagher trying to get through, and Dunlow have taken a bit of confidence from that first score. Can't get through on this occasion, though. I don't know about you, Vinny, but I love these games because they actually almost lose themselves a little bit in the excitement, but it adds to, you don't know what's going to happen next. You've been there more than me.
Absolutely. I can go back to 2010 when we were in this position here ourselves. That's absolutely, these games, nobody knows what's going to happen in these games. It sits in a knife edge the whole way through.
Yeah, and that's what we love. Yesterday was a terrific game. Went to extra time. Now today, this is Dunlow getting into their stride. This is lovely football, and that's a lovely point as well. And they've recovered from conceding a point in the first minute, and they now lead by 2, and that's 2 great scores from play and 2 turnovers, as you were mentioning. But let's have a look at the kick out here, and let's see where the keeper, Niamh McKenna, is going to go with this one, which she's trying to keep possession. You could see where she was trying to go, but she's misjudged that and just given it a bit too much. And possession, obviously, from the kickouts is vitally important in these games, and it was part of the downfall of Glenavy yesterday, I think, in the intermediate final. They didn't get enough possession from their kickouts, but Dunlow looking to profit. That's the full back in there. That's Laura Scullion, number 3, giving it to Katrina Diamond. Lots of short, intricate play in there. Number 5 is Anna Mulholland for Lavey, and they've eventually worked it to a player in a bit of space. And this is Sinead McGill. Does well, the nip inside, and she's looking to pop it over the head, and she does that, gives it to Jasmine, or rather to Aoife Shaw. This is good football as well. This is turning into an interesting game with a lot of good football, and that bounced almost kindly for Lavey, but Saskia Boyle is going to tidy things up, and she gets it to Ellie Ward. Moving the ball, Alicia Boyle. And they are moving the ball well and not taking too long in it, but it helps you have a player over, and they do. It's Ava Caulfield, and she's gone through again. She does like to get forward. She's looking for a give and go, and she gets it back again. Is she looking for another point? She is. It's opened up nicely for her. Well, she's going for goal. In fact, she's giving it inside. Oh, great save in the end. And I think that's going to be a 45. We'll have another look at that one, I think, because it is coming out for a 45. There was a goal chance there, and she turned on it, and actually it was the goalkeeper. It was Niamh McKenna who just got a hand on it, going for goal, Vinny.
Absolutely. Dunloe have really settled well into this game. It seems to be a Dunloe show at the minute. Lavey leaving themselves a wee bit open at the back there. I don't see a sweeper in there. If there was, she's disappeared. But
what's a sweeper, Vinny? This is ladies football.
Well, there's sweeper still involved.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't think there were too many yesterday, and I don't think there are too many today, but I know what you mean. But it lends itself to the excitement, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely. I love to see two teams going at each other. It's great to see runners, fast-moving ball. And that's what Dunloe's doing here at the minute, and Lavey are being caught out. But
if you were the Lavey manager at the minute, you're thinking, put someone in there, because they're running through the middle.
Absolutely, aye. Absolutely.
Get somebody back. I'm not sure if they can get that message on, or even if the players are maybe not used to playing that way. They've played all year sort of all out, and it's a little bit alien to them, but we'll see what happens. This is Saskia Boyle again. She's involved in a lot of the turnovers and just making sure that she gets the ball to an opponent and looking for the return. And she does that again, and involved it's Alicia Boyle 7, 10 is Katie Wallace, just slowing it down now. Saskia, a county player, and as I say that, and she's cool and composed, and then she gets turned over because Maria Rafferty pounced there, and now it's Bridgeen Walsh. That's a great ball into Collins, and she gets out in front. Now let's see what she can do. She's a player over, and she gives it to her. Goal chance here for Lavey. Oh, she's just slipped at the last minute, and then she's crowded out. No free, and that's a wasted opportunity there. Difficult one for her, maybe with the conditions or whatever way the ball went, or maybe she was thinking already about kicking it, but that was a great chance for Lavey and a warning sign for Dunloe to be a little bit careful. And again, Vinny, it came from a turnover out the field.
Absolutely. I think that wee girl just lost her footing slightly. Possibly if the pitch had been in real conditions, that possibly could have been a goal, but a great bit of play by Lavey.
I think it's one of those ones, you see the ball coming to you, but you're already thinking what you're doing next, but you haven't got it into your hands.
Exactly. Well, in fairness as well, the defender was on top of her straight away as well.
True. Katie Wallace does well, and there is another point flashed over the bar by Tara Gagan. I think she'd have played against you last week. She's a tall player up there, and she's a very good player, Tara. Got 7 points against Coal Island actually in the minors. She plays minors and got that against Coal Island in the junior championship. And she's on the board there, and that's 3-1. But it's a good open game, and Lavey could be ahead if they got a goal at the other end. So all is not lost, even though they've only got the 1 point from a free so far. This is Cora Wallace. A little bit of room, and again it's opened up for her, and she's gone all the way through, and she's held up now, and it's going to be a free out. Actually, she went crashing into the full back there, and that looked like it was going to be easier to score, Vinny, but it's ended up a free out.
Absolutely. I wasn't sure if that was a charge or not, but anyway, the referee, she made the call. But Lavey got out of jail there now, definitely.
It looked like she was almost going too fast for her own good. She needed to just slow down and just pass it there, but she maybe got a bit excited, which you can totally understand. The rain coming down quite heavily now here in O'Neill Healy Park, which isn't helping the players, although it is adding to the excitement and the lack of being able to predict what's going to happen next. It's making it trickier for the players.
See Laura Scullion down there for Lavey. She's sticking tight to the young Collins girl, so that could end up a real ding dong of a battle down there.
Well, that's where the goal chance came from. They got it into Collins, and they're trying to get it into her all the time, and she nearly created it. Maybe she'll get it and go herself the next time, but you're right, they are marking her very closely.
We have a girl playing for our minors at the minute. Our nickname's Per. Her name's Shauna McCrory. She's the very same physique and build as that Collins girl. They would remind me a lot of Vicky Wall, them girls, them players. They're so strong in the ball, so strong at running, so strong at everything they do. So
strong and direct.
Exactly.
So this is Collins. Is that going to reach? It's going to drop dangerously in and into the net. Oh, that's a disaster for Dunloe, and it's Collins who gets her goal. And I think it was maybe a case of two players getting in their own way. Let's have another look at it, Vinny. I was wondering, was it going to reach just onto the post? Goalkeeper actually stepped a bit off her line, and then it went sort of over her head.
Fantastic strike. Instantly there, that defender was behind the keeper. She should have been shouting my ball or keeper's ball or.
Yeah, but the keeper actually took a couple of steps forward and then couldn't get back.
Exactly,
so
aye.
I don't like to criticise the young girls. Obviously, she's playing out there and doing her best. But I think the problem was she just came off her line a bit, and as you say, there was nobody yelling what to do. But that's a gift for Lavey, and it now puts them 1 point to the good. And it's that girl Collins who gets it. Carla Collins, 3 goals in the semi-final in the second half alone, and that'll give her a bit of confidence.
That's game on here, now, Jerome.
It is indeed. 11 minutes in, and it's a good even game as well. You don't like to see one team getting way ahead, but you can tell that this game is going to go. But like yesterday's as well. I mean, Steelstown started off with 3 points, and then Glenavy turned it round very quickly, and this is identical to that. Good high, long kick up the pitch. Again, letting the ball do the work. It's been watched by Ciara Lynn, the number 7, and she has also been fouled. Or has she? No, actually it's a foul the other way. It's a free for Dunloe, and indeed Lynn is getting ticked for that. Irene McGeever on Facebook says best of luck and Clochan Liath, watching from New Jersey. So we've an audience building around the world in this double header of finals day. It's well out in front by the full forward Patrice Boyle. Caulfield at number 5 loves to get up there, doesn't she? And that's Gagan, and that's a great connection she got on that. And is it just gone inside? No, it's gone outside the post. But she looks like a player.
That one probably carried it slightly to the right there, Jerome. I'd say it's blowing more to the right hand side than it is swirling now at the minute.
Yeah, because I thought that was going to go over the bar.
Aye, absolutely, aye.
But yeah, the wind has picked up a little bit. Now, what's the referee doing? She's sending one of the players over to the sideline. It looks like an earring issue or something like that. So credit to the referee. She's been on the ball with the jerseys and earrings and everything else. And in the early stages, 13 minutes in, she is in control of the proceedings. And now it's Dunloe looking to take control on the scoreboard to get it into Gig. And again, I said she's a player. Doesn't go for the goal. Oh, she's put it wide again, right in front of the goals, and that looked harder to miss.
Well, in fairness to Lavey there, they were right over on top of her. They're surrounded her and left her very little option. She had to take a pop at it.
True.
Great bit of defending there.
Yeah, true. Credit to the defence there. Well taken from the kick out for Lavey. That was their number 15 out there, Shauneen Rafferty. I did say she'd play around the midfield area. Now they're trying to get it into Collins all the time, but on that occasion, that was Katrina Diamond in there, number 2, who read it really well. So, or rather, it was Ellie Ward. I'm getting number 2s mixed up, and looking down, it's Dunloe's number 2 who did really well in there. Saskia Boyle now. They really moved the ball so quickly, isn't it? It's a delight to watch after Trillick, was it against Crossmaglen last week here? We were watching on the TV last week, and there was so much, what do they call it, lateral ball or recycling and passing it around. These girls just boot the ball forward and go for it, and it's great to watch. And there's another point, and it's Claire Diver for Dunloe, and she makes it level scores. And do you know what I mean about the game? Watch, there's such a difference watching the men's game and the ladies. Absolutely.
It's direct football here. It's all about run, kick, attack, drop back, push forward. It's brilliant. But in fairness, Dunloe seemed to be playing a better game than Lavey, although the scores are even. But if you had took that goal out of it, now definitely Dunloe seemed at the time it have settled well.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. They're getting through the middle more, and they're nice and direct, and they play nice football. But here come Lavey, and this is McGill, the number 22, who started the game. They have a threat, they have a goal threat, so they'll always be in with a shout. And when they've Carla Collins there, and they've worked the ball, well, I was going to say they worked it well, but Dunloe nip in there and steal it back, and she's sensibly just carrying the ball forward. And this is Ulita Boyle. She's playing around the middle of the field. I mean, she's played at county level the last couple of years. She's quite experienced and she's been used around the middle. She's not staying in the corner in the traditional number 13 role, as you'd imagine. And look, they're trying to get it in there every time, and she gets out in front brilliantly. That's why they want to get it in there, and Patrice Boyle does well. Forwards are making hay, and she kicked a little bit rashly there and doesn't get a point or a goal. But I agree with you, Vinny, they're carrying that threat there every time.
Tremendous work rate from that number 13 for Donegal, that Liath.
Yeah, Liath Boyle, yeah.
Tremendous work. She's really a thorn in Lavey's side at the minute. Hopefully these missed scores won't come back to haunt Donegal, because they've missed maybe 3-4 chances there.
Yeah, exactly. They're not taking their chances. They've missed the 2 chances from Gagan. Actually, it wasn't Liath Boyle, it was Liath who was out the field. It was Patrice Boyle's number 14.
That was Liath played it in, I
yeah.
think. Aye.
Oh, she's stolen it. Cora Walsh pickpocketed Aoife Shaw there and has got it back for Donegal. And they do seem to be winning most of the exchanges and dominating most of the play, but it's not showing on the scoreboard just at the minute. Although both of Lavey's scores have come from frees, the goal and the point. But here come Donegal again, and that's going to be a free in. So they have a chance here, way out on the left, playing the better football, but doesn't always show, and it's no good if it isn't on the scoreboard. But that was good running by the captain Boyle there to draw that. So a chance to go into the lead, but not an easy one by any means.
No, it'll be good to see now what their place kickers like from this.
Yeah, and with the wind as well, you were talking about. What way is it going to drift? It's drifted again to the right. You're right. It's going across. Is it diagonal? It is. You see the flags up there behind the goals, and it's kind of going that way. So you need to aim for the other post.
Exactly, absolutely. That's the way. That one is actually picked up, Jerome, from the
start. It has. Yeah,
game,
I can feel it coming into us here. Now, scores level. 17 minutes. Ellie McGarvey with a kick out, and the wind has carried that as well. She was trying to find her number 15 there, Shawneen Rafferty, but the wind carried it right over the side. So if anything, the wind is going from left to right, and it's in favour of Donegal. Not that they've been using it terribly well, but it's going from left to right. So that maybe also explains why a lot of the play is going from left to right.
Absolutely. That's the second sideline ball went over from the kick out.
Exactly, yeah. Caulfield gives it inside to Patrice Boyle, and she does like to get out in front, and off she goes, and she finds a lot of room. She's going towards goal. Now they don't have the finish so far. Caulfield's coming in again. She might get there in the end. Crowded out, good defence as you were mentioning. Oh, they're trying to spread the play, but that's sort of been the pattern so far, that the Lavey defence have got back at numbers, and Donegal have not taken their chances. But they might get another one here, because that's Claire Diver has won that back. Maybe they should just go for their points from distance and take them. They seem to get their head down and get excited and try to go for goal. Now that could go over the bar, should go over the bar, and it does. They get a point eventually from Alicia Boyle. They're 1 ahead, but really they should be about 3 or 4 ahead.
Absolutely, that was a well-worked, a well-earned point. But they're making hard work of it, Jerome. You know, I would have always coached girls, if you're in there in that area, don't lift the ball, stick it in the back of the net. The time you go down and lift that ball, you know, you're crowded.
Well, just pulling it.
Aye.
Yeah, like soccer style, just boot it, just go for it.
That's right, aye.
Yeah, I hear you.
But you know, thankfully they got that score, because that scores like that, the more times they miss, the more their spirits will drop. You know what I mean? Although the game's far from over, but.
So what, the heads sort of go down a wee bit, do they, if it happens a lot?
Exactly. But that was a fantastic score there again from Donegal.
But Lavey, they do have a stickability, and they're having to face into this wind and rain now. So it's tough for them. Another player has been sent to the sideline, number 5 for Lavey, Ava Caulfield, or rather Animal Holland. Not quite sure what that's about. Maybe it's another earring issue or something like that. But anyway, let's follow the number 5 for Donegal, Ava Caulfield, who's spent most of the game in the forwards. They've got a free, but fair distance out. And it's their number 10, Katie Wallace. As I said earlier, she got the point that forced extra time against Coal Island. She looks to pass, as I say, a little bit too far out, so she gives it to Liath Boyle. She got a goal in the semi. She gets it again. So they work it quite nicely, but they need to take their score now, and that's not going to do either. She went for it, but the wind didn't carry that one as such. She just didn't quite get it on the target, and it's another chalk that down as another miss. Another missed opportunity, and we're now 20 minutes in. Dunlow lead by 1.
I think shots like that are referred to a Hail Mary, just as kick and hope.
Yeah, I hear you. But, you know, I'm thinking now, Dunlow, with the way the conditions are going, they might regret this, you know, in the last 10 minutes of this half here. They need to put a few scores on the board, because it could be a tough second half if the conditions remain the same.
Their weight tally now is well up. It has to be 7 or 8 chances missed there, you know.
They have been unfortunate, though, with a goal, you know, at the other end for Lavey, and that's the only thing really that's kept Lavey in it. Now they've got the ball into Collins again. She is the danger. She is the target woman, and that's a great effort, and it could be their first score from play. Well, it is, and that's fantastic play, and that's why they want to get it into her, and that's the threat that they carry, and they're level again. She's some player. Oh,
absolutely strong. Absolutely strong. That was 3 touches. 3 touches and a score. Like it's fantastic to watch football like that. Move the ball quickly, fastly, get it into the danger man.
And they hadn't even been up the field for about 5 minutes, and whereas Dunlow have struggled to score, they were much more economical, and they might even score again and go ahead here. And it's a centre half forward, Aoife Shaw, and well, that's a way of punishing a team who doesn't take their chances.
Absolutely, and Collins set that up again.
Yeah, she was involved and got it out to Aoife Shaw there, but she definitely is target in there, and if they get more ball into her, she will make Dunlow pay. And they've given it straight back again, and they've given it to Maria Rafferty. And there's room here, and it's Shaw again, and she wisely just takes her point, and that's exactly what Dunlow haven't been doing.
Exactly. Dunlow have been doing everything right until they get to the 13-20 yard line, and then they're making them crucial mistakes for the ball. They're just kicking the ball, sort of thing. But you know, Lavey have took control of this game in the last few minutes here.
I mean, Shaw there, she had players to her right and could have passed it if you're a Dunlow player at the other end. That's exactly what they've been doing, but then they just got bogged down. But she just goes, I'll take my point when I've got the chance.
Exactly, absolutely. And she had loads of space in there too, you know, so...
yeah, it'll give them a lot of encouragement, and, you know, they haven't done terribly well in terms, as you say, of sort of knitting things together, but there's a couple of scores and they've turned it around and they're leading by 2. Which is a bit of a surprise after the way things have been going, but you know, fair play to them. They've got it. Saskia Boyle now trying to get her team going, and they again look for that ball into the forwards. But you know what? Number 7, Ciara Lynn is going to get back there and intercept that. So Lavey are catching on to it, but Ava Caulfield comes again. Lovely little dummy there. Oh, there's a chance in for the number 9 Claire Diver now, but comes back into traffic. And Lavey have got numbers back there, and they do hunt in packs quite effectively. We have to give them credit for that. Yolita Boyle, they're just keeping them outside that zone now and getting a hand in there as well. It's Diver again. Now it's Dunlow press and try to get a score, but they don't really look like they're quite sure how to break this team down when they get into this sort of position. Caulfield again, just too far out. Now a chance inside, and it's Katie Wallace, number 10, and eventually it looks like a free in to me, and it is. So they'll maybe get this, but it's a bit of a stalemate in there, isn't it?
I thought there was a score on there, you know, she took an extra bounce there. I thought she was going to pull the trigger, but she took an extra bounce, and then the scoring chance was gone, but they have a chance to redeem it here.
And maybe that's been the issue. They just take that extra touch or that extra bounce, and then they get bogged down. Now that one should be over the bar, and is from Tara Gagan. Brings it back to a 1-point game, 6 minutes to go in the first half.
It's a low enough scoring game, but it doesn't seem that way.
No, you're right. You're right.
They're two very well evenly matched teams, in fairness.
Yeah, I think it seems like that because there's been a lot of misses, but there's been a lot of chances and opportunities created. But yeah, you would think on the scoreboard there'd be more, but I suppose it's still 11 scores in pretty poor conditions in 25 minutes. Here comes Caulfield. Again, probing and pressing. Is she going to take her score? She's still going, and eventually puts it over the bar. I thought she'd maybe taken that extra touch too much, but she got a little bit of space there, and I think that's her second or even third point, and she levels it. Good play from the number 5.
Brilliant bit of play. I thought if there had been a runner with her there definitely might have been a goal chance on there, you know, but there was nobody coming with her there, but she took her score really well there. Fantastic bit of play.
Yeah, she's really impressive going forward, and that's better from Dunlow. But Lavey have it from the kick out. Over carrying though. Kathy Derry again on the spot. And it's a free for Dunloe. Last 5 minutes of the half. Rain seems to have stopped. Well, maybe just a little bit of a drizzle. It's going to be Yulita Boyle taking it. I'll keep possession, and we were talking about sweepers. I'm looking off camera away up there, and the number 7 is it Ciara Lynn for Lavey is sitting in there as an extra player, but that's what you need to do. That's how to do it. That's exactly what they haven't been doing in this half so far, and now it's taken the captain to come forward and show them how to do it and put Dunloy in the lead. That's better.
Well, you know, someone that possibly could be the turning point for Dunloe. Now that they've seen what has happened previously, that they can take them scores from further out. You know, instead of carrying them into a line of black shirts. Exactly,
yeah. So now they're sorting it out, and that is Boyle probing again. Now they're working it in. How many times have they done this? Yet they haven't had a goal. Maybe they will now. Oh, she's lashed it over the bar when it looked like it might go under, but Katie Wallace has indeed put it over, and that's 4 in a row from Dunloe, and they are now motoring.
They seem to be definitely found their mojo here now at the minute. Like.
I nearly went into my Tyrone accent there and nearly said motoring. Motoring and Tyrone.
Change here.
You don't lose your roots, Vinny.
No, absolutely, Jerome, no.
But a great score and much better from them. But maybe should have been a goal, you know. You know, as you would say, go for goal, put it in the net. Substitute for Lavey. So they brought on a sub. Well, they were ahead a few minutes ago, but it was a bit of a false position, I guess, and they maybe realised, but they haven't got it in to Collins enough. Now they're going to try. This is their number 10, Ailish Toner. And they are looking for Collins, aren't they? But they haven't got Collins, but they have got Nolan McBride. She is surrounded, but here comes Collins. And this looks like going over. Well, she's some finisher. She just ambled over there and just one look, bang.
The umpire was a wee bit unsure there. He was gonna wave that wide, and then he decided then.
Well, the crowd roared. That's always a telling sign. And they're over in the stand on the far side. They were right behind it. And there was no complaints either. So it looked to me like it was, or sounded to me that it was. But good response from Lavey, because he conceded 4 in a row there. But it's almost like every time they get up the field, they score.
That's absolutely, aye.
So 17 is on, you were spotting there. So that's Brianna Kelly as we watch this point again from our low camera. Brianna, who did she come on for actually? Did you see that? No, so but a change for Lavey. I mean, you don't often see changes before half time, but they're obviously not hanging around, and they weren't too happy the way things were going. Brianna Kelly, number 17. Not quite sure who she came in for, but or maybe it's just a blood sub or something. I'll keep an eye and see. Meantime, we'll follow the play. This lovely play off the shoulder. Cora Wallace is number 8, and there's room here for Katie Wallace. Another goal opportunity, is it? Now she runs into traffic. Strong tackle coming in, and the referee says that's actually a free out now. Lavey's defence deserves credit, don't they?
Absolutely, they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But again, hey, that Dunloe, I definitely smell a goal in that Dunloe team. There's a goal coming, hey.
Well, it feels like it's been coming all the game.
Aye.
You know, but they just haven't been able to find that finish. This is number 13, Nolan McBride again. They're keeping an eye on Collins, but they need to keep an eye on this girl too. It's almost like there's 2 of them on Collins, but they need to watch her, because she's done quite well in there, and I think she's won a free as well. And I'm looking off camera here, Vinny, and there's definitely a sweeper. Lavey have listened to us, and they have deployed a sweeper there, because Dunloy were getting through a lot, but they've kept out the goals, as you say. So 29 minutes gone. We're in the last minute of normal time in the first half. And Carla has a chance here, actually, to level it again. The game has swung one way and then the next. Same yesterday. She's put it over. Beautifully done. Well, she's scored a goal from a free, and her finishing from frees has been excellent for points.
It just curled in there at the very tail of it, just like a cat's tail. It just come in at the very end there, you know.
A cat's tail.
The cat's tail's curled, isn't it?
I like that. Yeah, she's got a good strong kick in her as well. And it was steady and it was confident, and put it over the bar. And at this level, you don't always get that, and it's so important to take those chances. So we're in added time and we're level again. That's about 4 or 5 times we've been level. Entertaining stuff. I hope you're enjoying it online, whether you're watching on Ulster Ladies YouTube or Ulster Ladies Facebook. Coming up to half-time. Feel free to drop me a message or make a comment there and we'll read it out at half-time or at the start of the second half. Ulita Boyle runs into traffic, but actually the referee's blowing, what's he giving? Free out. They have it most of the play and most of the attacking. There's no doubt about that. I'm intrigued to find out in the second half, though, when Lavey have a little bit of wind behind them and what they're like in the second half. I mean, if they went all out and got the ball into Carla Collins a lot, you'd imagine they'd have the winning of the game. Well, and yet, as you were saying, Dunloy look the better team overall.
Well, as I pointed out earlier on, that a lot of teams prefer to shoot into the town end goals.
Which would be the way Lavey are shooting in the first half.
So it'll be good to see what way it turns out in the second half.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Patrice Boyle gets it out to Wallace. She is a live wire and she loves running that diagonal run to get on that left foot. Close tackling again. Now the referee has blown here and it's half-time. It's half-time. It's been an entertaining first half, as I say. Dunlow 9 points. Lavey 1-6 in the Ulster Junior Championship final here in O'Neill's Healy Park. And Vinny McCullough has been with me. And Vinny will wrap that half up there. It has been one way and then the other. But do you think that's a fair reflection on the first half?
Absolutely. I would say Dunlow's gone in there, we probably disappointed with themselves with their performance overall wasn't bad, but their shooting and their finishing was very poor. But look, hey, it's half time, there's nothing in it. It'll be good to see the way it spans out in the second half. But I have to make a mention on that. Ulita Boyle has been brilliant for Dunlow. Hey, she's been their starring player, pushing, driving forward, carrying the attack to Lavey. So it'll be good to see what turns out in the second half. But a very entertaining game so far, anyway. She
didn't lick it off the floor. Her dad's Tony Boyle, and he's got 4 daughters. There's Saskia Boyle there at number 6. There's another one, Justine, in the subs, and another one, Zaria, I think she's called, and she's in Australia. I wonder, is she watching? She must be watching. So drop us a message there and let us know where you're watching from. We'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes with the second half. The weather has turned nasty here in Omagh, as you can see with the rain on the camera lens. It's got nasty and tricky, and that's obviously going to influence the game. We'll talk about that in a second as Lavey are out and Dunloe are almost out. But I want to read you a few of the messages that are coming in at half time. Gemma Mulholland says, come on Lavey. Mark Rabbit, let's go Lavey. Let's make it 2 in a row for Derry. Michael Minnie Gallagher says, come on Dunloe. Teresa McKenna, good luck to Erin's own Lavey. Anne Mullen is watching, fingers crossed as well. And Sean O'Donnell, come on Dunloe from Killeavy and Armagh. Nora McKnight, lovely to be able to watch a live match from Hitchin, Hertfordshire in England. Is it I'm not sure I pronounced that right, but you know what I mean, it's in England. Breed Gallagher, come on Dunloe. And John Duffy watching from London. Angela McGee Power, come on Dunloe. Susan Brennan Keegan, come on Dunloe from the Keegans in Perth in Australia. Those Keegans. Thanks for all those. And one more just coming in, Gillian McElroy. Great game, she's enjoying it. Well, it could go down a little bit in quality with these conditions. And myself and Vinnie McCauley here, we had a big row at half time. 2 Omagh men arguing, wouldn't be anything like it, over a hedge, just shouting all sorts of abuse. No, not really. But Vinnie thinks that Dunloe are going to win this. I think Lavey, if they get the ball into Carla Collins, they're going to win this, and she's going to be the match winner. And the wind and the rain, well, it's settling a little bit now. If there is there at all a wind, it's going from left to right in favour of Lavey in the second half. So it's how they use it, and I think they'll bomb that ball into Carla, and she might win it for them. But we'll let Vinnie have a say in a minute. But let's follow the play here, because it's in play again, and it is the number 15, Shauneen Rafferty, who gets it around the middle of the field, and she's looking to offload, is she, or take her own score? She's still going, and eventually gets her kick away, but she's done exactly what Dunloe did all through the first half, Vinnie.
Absolutely, aye. Dunloe were wide open there for some reason, and I thought that number 15 came through there, and she's probably saying to herself, what's going on here? There's nobody coming out to tackle me. And if she had carried it on, she definitely would have got a score.
Easy from the kick out for Dunloe to get possession though, and that's encouraging for them. Good kick out from the goalkeeper Ali McGarvey. And now we have Ulita Boyle, who you picked out as one of the best players in the first half, and that's good strength there in the full forward area from Tara Gagan to get out and win that ball, and that looks like a decent finish as well. Well watched by the goalkeeper, and there's going to be a free in, but a tall goalkeeper in there, Niamh McKenna, and she watched it well and did very well. Messages still coming in on Facebook. Helen O'Neill is watching in Tenerife. Lucky you. She says, good luck Lavey, we're supporting you from Tenerife. Crona O'Reilly says, up to Ross's. Raymond Duggan says, good luck girls. And we have one more there. No, we don't. Oh, we do. Breda says, come on Dunloe from Glasgow. She's shouting loudly in Glasgow. And Breda McPeak says, come on Lavey, so proud of you all. Now, this is where the goal came from in the first half. It just dropped in. Are they watching it? What she does, but it might still end up in the net. Nearly did, and that's what Vinnie was saying. They should just pull on it on the ground. They tried to, but Lavey's defence, again, it stood so firm. But that was a nervous moment for Lavey. If you're still shouting, you're shouting a little bit louder over in Glasgow. But Lavey on the counter now, trying to take it up into their attack, and that's a great ball, well taken by Nolene McBride, and off she goes. They've got real grit, and these girls, good competitors, you know, you can tell they've got that from the camogie as well. They've got good physicality, they know what it's about, and that looks like a fantastic finish, and it is by Aoife Shaw. Stepped inside and put it between the posts and judged the wind perfectly. That was a superb counter.
Massive clearance from the Lavey full back line there, and they moved that ball down the pitch really quick, and that number 11 was standing out in her own there. Actually, the defender was nowhere near, so Dunloe would need to look at that. She need to be looked at or marked tightly.
Absolutely. We also need to look at clearing our camera lens. We're doing our best there, but the poor cameramen today at low level and up high are getting all that rain coming straight into their cameras, which is always an issue here at Healy Park, unfortunately, for the cameras on this side, of the opposite side of the stand. It's just the way the rain goes. Dunloe carrying the game to Lavey and trying to get through there on a good hand to it. Oh, hold on, there's a chance here, and it's gone into the net, and it's a number 13, and it is, of course, Ulita Boyle, daughter of the manager. She's been one of their star players so far, and boy did Dunloe need that, and they've got a goal at a vital time early in the second half. They are certainly not done in this game, even though they've been finding it tough. Great low finish to the net. The dad would be proud of that one.
I smelt that goal. I smelled it. I said that. Ulita, somebody call her?
Yeah.
Ulita Boyle, hey, fantastic player, absolutely. Hey, you know, again, speaking about the Lavey number 11, Lavey needs to do something about Ulita Boyle. If they want to win this game, she has got to be stopped. She's a fantastic player. But a brilliant score.
I think that's easier said than done. She's really good, and she comes through from the middle, you know, she comes through from deep.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be honest to you as well, Jerome, come back to our own Oma ladies. We have a few players in there that they could carry a ball for Ireland. One of them's called Copper and the other one's called Minnow. And you could put markers on them, hey, but it's nearly impossible to mark players like that.
And they're worth their weight in gold, I take it.
Absolutely, brilliant, absolutely. Stars of the future.
But I mean, there, Ulita had the finish as well, which wasn't there in the first half, certainly not for goals.
No, absolutely not. No, definitely. Hey, you can see a wee bit more hunger in both teams here now at the start of the second half.
Yeah, you're right. The intensity's definitely gone up, hasn't it?
Absolutely, and we're only into the first 5 minutes, like, and we've got a goal in the point or a goal in 2 points.
Yeah, it's great to watch, and they've sort of put the conditions to one side, and they've just said, right, let's go for it here. Erin Meehan on Facebook is delighted with that goal. Says, well done, girls. That's a dangerous looking ball as well. This could go anywhere. Well defended in the end, though. Thought it was going to break for Noeline McBride. It was a number 13, but Dunloy now clearing the lines. Yeah, the roaring, the shouting you can hear. It was in the first half. It was a little bit quiet at times, but definitely the noise level and the intensity has gone up. And this is the number 9. This is Claire Diver for Dunlow. And Grania Sands on the line, just telling her where to take it from. Owen Mulholland says, up Lavey, few men out in Liverpool watching the game. Thanks for that. Bridget Mary Gallagher, let's go Dunlow. So lots of supporters from both camps. And Conor O'Kane watching from the neighbouring parish of Lavey and Portlaoin in County Antrim, just over the border there, offering his support for them. And I'm sure I noticed a McGurk watching there, famous McGurks and Downies from the Lavey area, going back to winning the All-Ireland men's senior club title back, I think it was about 1991, before they won the Sam Maguire, and a lot of those lads played there. And I think Brian Scullion, actually the manager today, was part of that squad. I remember going to Gulladuff, which is Lavey, where they play a lot of hurling as well, and seeing Seamus and Henry Downey back in the day playing at corner forward and hurling before I saw them play football. This is done low again, and she's got it over. And that was it, Gagan, I think, at that point again. She's been excellent in this game. Really, really good. And that's another point for them. And it's now opened up into a 3-point lead. And now it's Lavey who need to get themselves going. But a well-taken score. And again, Vinny, I would say they've found their range more. And whatever they're doing in the second half, they're taking their scores much better. Absolutely.
Two very strong teams. You know, for two junior teams, they're very strong players. The number 15 for Dunlow there is... a very, very hard player to mark as well, you know. Unless you match leg for leg. And it's not, you're not going to get players that stature and calibre, you know, and that size and strength.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a good standard of play for junior. These girls will be hoping to move up. The winners will move up. Oh, that's a good dig from distance. Well, they've definitely been told to take their points from distance. And boy, has Claire Diver listened to the management, or maybe listening to you at half-time, Vinny, because exactly that is what you were telling them to do.
Hey, look, boys, you can speak and you can set up stuff and to break down defences and so on and so forth. But if you coach players to score from outside that 20, hey, you're going to beat the team now.
And look at the pressure. And Dunlow now are fighting all over the pitch. You can tell their intensity's gone up. They're fighting for every ball as if their life depended on it. Maybe that's why they took so long coming out for the second half. They had a big chat, big discussion at half time, and they got to them, and you can hear the crowd are responding to it as well. We have a real championship final match on now with great atmosphere, and it's Dunlow who are flying. Every player wants the ball. They are bursting it forward as much as they can, and that's a great ball into the full forward area to Patrice Boyle, and they're knitting together nicely. Do they have the finish this time? Maybe they were just being a little bit cautious in the first half. Patrice has put that in high. Oh, now what a score that is. Oh my goodness, contrast that with the first half, Vinny.
Absolutely. Well, I would say Tony Boyle must have had a right good chat with them Cutties at half time, especially after their disappointing loss to the mighty Nivana last week in the minor campaign. But they've definitely come out. There's a renewed
Vigour
in their attack and in their play. They seem to be winning the battles all over the pitch at the minute.
Do you think Tony played a few videos and said, this is how I used to put it over? Because that last point was exactly how he would have put it over.
Absolutely. But I just want to say something to Tony Boyle. There's nobody allowed to wreck a dressing room or fire bottles up against the wall. No. I'm the only man allowed to do that.
No, I saw you'd got bottles of water there and they're plastic. They'll not do too much damage. It's just for effect. Or do you do a Joe Kernan and throw your medal against the wall and say, I don't want that loser's medal?
I only ever won one medal and on the 14. I don't know where to win.
You'd have to keep that. I think I only won one trophy, and it was a penalty competition here at St Enda's when I was about under 12. That's gone over. I thought I was going to drop in the net again like it did in the first half, but it's gone over. Yep. Good score, but yeah, good finishing there, but Dunloy at the other end, and now good finishing by Lavey at this end. And they kind of needed that to keep in touch with this Dunloy team who've really, really lifted it.
I know, fair enough, that was a great score, great strike. As you say, they needed that score because girls' heads would go down very quick, once another team starts.
Yeah, and they built up, 3 or 4 there, from 112 to 18. Still 4 in it. There's still a lot to do, Lavey. But look at this Dunloy team now. Look, they give it. And Ava Caulfield there is going racing up behind the girl that she gave it to. Look at many players they have over, and they've got another one over, and it's Jasmine Gallagher, and now the finish comes in. It's gone wide on this occasion, but that's great football now. They're really playing, they've taken the handbrake off.
Absolutely, and they're definitely not carrying the ball in as far now in the second half. They're definitely shooting from distance. Unfortunately, that didn't go over. But then again, that one's picking up again. Jerome is hitting us in the face here. It's coming right across the pitch here. So,
yeah, it's definitely a tricky one. And got a message in there. We're taking birthday requests now because John Pope says happy birthday. He mentioned a Cormac Collins from Lavey, one of the famous Collins, McGurks and Downies and Mulhollands, Scullions. The girls doing them proud today, but they've a lot of work to do in the rest of this game because they've found themselves now 4 points down, and that first 10 minutes in the second half is flowing by. Now the keeper needs to watch this one. She does watch it and does well and gets the ball out quickly, but that might spill, and it's been taken by Katie Wallace. She has pounced here, and Dunlow looking to pounce again and lashed over the bar as well by Patrice Boyle, and Dunlow are smothering Lavey.
Absolutely. Yeah, again, Jerome, possibly instead of that last pass, if she had one on herself, definitely a better goal chance was on there. But I don't know if you've noticed, Jerome, but I know it's an issue that we're going to be working on now next summer. Them crossbars are probably the lowest in the country,
Oh, really?
Well, if you look at that keeper, she could reach up and touch them. That doesn't. It's just the amount of work that's been going on in St Enda's pitch this last number of years. The ground level has risen,
That's interesting. Yeah. This is the full forward again, Carla Collins, who I predicted at half-time would cause a lot of damage, and she caused a bit of damage there, but that ball just drifting strangely over to the left, but she is going to get a free in. They're going to bring it back, and just in case anyone, by the way, who isn't from Omagh or this area of Tyrone is listening and is wondering what Vinny meant by the cuddies. In Tyrone you have cubs and cuddies. That's boys and girls. I'm sure people figured that out. Just doing a wee bit of translation for you, for everybody, Vinny, because there's people watching from all over the world. Oh, she's judged that perfectly. I thought it was maybe just going to the left, but actually it has curled in nicely, and Aoife Shaw has scored her second point in this half, and that is now 113 to 19. They're keeping in touch, but there's still that 4 point gap there. And the wind is still there a bit, but the rain has stopped, so it's got a little bit brighter here at the moment. Sorry, Vinny.
But that's a fantastic strike there,
Oh, hold on, sorry, they've got it from the kick out, and Carla Collins so nearly there, and she had a bit of attention there from the cornerback, who is Ellie Ward, and she did just enough. I thought they were going to pounce there. That would have livened things up if she got through for a goal there, but Dunlow survive. Did I call them Dunloy in the first half? Sorry if I did. It's Dunlow, of course, and that is going to be a free out, I think. Little bit of a lull after the hectic time that we have had. Sarah Lou McLaughlin on Facebook says a native Drumquin woman, Godsland, on the management panel for Lavey. Would that be, well, there's Kathy Collins there, but maybe I'll check the programme and try and read that out for you. Thanks for that. Sun has come out now and it's shining quite brightly from the left-hand side, which, as Vinny said, is the town end. So as you're watching, that sun now is coming from the left. So we're getting all sorts of weather here and all sorts of things happening on the pitch there, because Shoneen Rafferty, number 15, has gone to ground. Different game in the second half. It's helter-skelter. Just checking your messages again here. Great football, Lavey, says Grania Shaw from Patrick Boyle and Boyle's Bar. And Lavey, you're all watching it there in the bar, are you? That's good to hear. Hope you're enjoying it, even though you're not winning at the minute, but this game isn't dead. Lavey could have got through for a goal a moment ago. And now the referee has come out after consulting our umpires and had a word with the number 13 for Dunloe, Ulita Boyle, and I think maybe they spotted something. Maybe that was to do with Shoneen Rafferty going down. I think it was, and was saying, look, keep your hands down, or keeping an eye on things. Now, they've just pumped that ball in there, Lavey, and a little bit of a push in the back. Brilliantly spotted by the referee, because I spotted it from all the way back here, but I have a different angle on it. But she spotted just a little nudge in the back there, and it's going to be a free in. And well done, Kathy Derry. She really has been on the ball today. And that sun shining brightly now, as you can see, as the number 14, Carla Collins, looks to reduce the gap to 3. Has she measured it right? And right in front of the goals, and it's ended up in the net, similar to the goal in the first half. And Carla Collins' frees have led to 2 goals, and they are right back in this game. Maybe, as I mentioned, the sun had come out. Maybe the sun was in the eyes of the goalkeeper as we watch it again. But Lavey have pounced, and I'm sure up in Boyle's Bar they are celebrating there, and they're thinking we're not out of this yet. It's 2-9 to Lavey, 1-13 to Dunloe.
I actually thought that ball was going wide, Jerome, from
and so did I, yeah, so did I, and then it was bang right under the black spot.
That was a fantastic score.
Yeah,
Collins can strike them now.
And here's another chance, and it is McGill. She's trying to get across, and that's an interesting ball across. Well, now it's they who have got their tails up. This is turning into another cracker of a match like yesterday's. Ulita Boyle doing brilliantly in there for Dunloe just to keep possession and work it out of there. But now it's Lavey who have upped their game. They've also brought on a sub, but in all the excitement there, I didn't see who it was, but I'll try and see who it is as we go on with the play. And now it's Lavey on top in this game. Great comeback by them. I did mention, you know, they're well known for the camogie, and you often find they're good at scrapping. You know, they don't shirk in games even when things aren't going against them. You know, now, number 18 it is who's on for Lavey. I see her now. So 18 is Anya Conway. So she's in the play for Lavey. Oh, that's brilliant covering. That's great play by Boyle. I wasn't sure who it was, Vinny, but there's so many of them out there. If you just say Boyle, you'd probably be a good chance of being right. No, I'm only kidding. Saskia Boyle, it is the captain, and draws a free.
One of Tony's cutties.
Yeah. You have a fair chance. He's got another one he might put her on, actually, so it could be 3 on. That's an interesting ball in there by Alicia Boyle. Just popping it in there, putting it into space now, Caulfield, and she drives it white. Oh, this is agonising. I'm not even from Dunloe, but that's an agonising one, because they really needed that after the way the last few minutes have gone. But they are still a point up. They're holding on to the lead, but that could have been 2. Playing into the sun, as I say. Maybe that was in her eyes, but
Lavey definitely had a purple patch there. Now it was all Lavey for a few minutes there, and they notched up a few scores, which it definitely has brought this game back to life.
There's a little bit of a lull here, I think. Is there the number 9 going off for Lavey for some reason? Or no, they're just looking for another football. Is that it? So that football was hit so hard they weren't able to get it. So they're just looking at another ball.
I'll get that ball tomorrow morning. It'll do our girls next week.
Yeah, is there some way you can remove the writing on it from the markers? Yeah, or turn that into from Lavey to Oma? Wouldn't be too hard.
We'll just use it for the training matches. You'd be surprised, Jerome, the amount of balls we get off that stand roof.
Really?
Slithers and number 5s, like.
How would a ball end up there?
I don't know, but there's a runs the full length of that stand, hey, and sometimes.
So that's your Monday sorted.
Aye, that's right.
The wind has really picked up, you know. I can see the flags over the right-hand side, and they are really fluttering quite violently there, you know.
Absolutely, I wonder if the ref stopped her watch here now, because that...
Oh, I'd say she has. Yeah, she's just on her watch at the moment, both of the watches. And eventually now we get back underway, but that kick out has gone straight to Tara Gig, and she has pounced. She's trying to put it over the keeper's head, and the keeper coming back. Well, you saw what she was trying to do. Fair play for trying, but not quite.
That's a poor kick out there now. She need to watch that.
Yeah, after all that, well, she had to run up and get that ball.
She's probably knackered now.
Yeah. Well, here she comes again, but nobody going short for her.
No, they're looking the long one.
Yeah, but look, she's giving it straight to the midfielder this time, and it's Cora Wallace. That's a bit of a gift, and they should really score from this. She's lots of room. That might be to the right, you know. She's put it wide. That's a bad miss.
Absolutely.
That's 3 wides in a row, isn't it?
Exactly,
you know, if you count them. But these kickouts, I mean, I don't know if it's a team who play a lot of camogie and not much ladies football, but why is nobody going short to help her out there?
Exactly,
They need to go and spread it a little bit here, but it's like just pump it up the middle.
Unless they've been told to do
hold on.
Oh,
it's worked this time, but only just. Maria Rafferty did well, but Dunloe were looking to pounce and nearly did. But when they get up the field, Lavey are dangerous. Challenge come in there from Wallace, which I thought was maybe going to force a turnover, but it didn't. This is Katrina Diamond, number 2, doing well. Ciara Lynn, Rafferty, one of the Raffertys. Back to Lynn. Now they get a little bit of room for McGill, but Carla Collins is in there, but she's a long way away. She's trying to get space, but she's right on the edge of the square, and they're going to have to carry the ball to try and get it into her. Aoife Shaw now, she's got a great left foot, and that's a crossfield ball, and it's a super pass as well. They're looking to get an equaliser. It's a sub who came in. It's Conway. Gives it to Shawneen Rafferty, and she is held up there, surely, and indeed it is going to be a free in, and that's a good response from Lavey, and Dunloe giving away a free, and this should be the equaliser. That's impressive play from Lavey all the way up the field, and Carla Collins, as I say, she's staying right in close to goal. I wonder will they be tempted to bring her out a little bit, but she's been very closely marked, as you can imagine. She should put this over, and does, and it is level scores in the last 10 minutes. Well, with extra time yesterday, we might have it again today. The sun shining very brightly from left to right as you're watching, so it's in the eyes of that goalkeeper who is coming out, and that is Ellie McGarvey, so she can't see too much. The referee now says hold on though, because we have another substitution, and it's 23 for 11 for Dunloe. And 23 is Aoife McGee, and that will be a substitution for Jasmine Gallagher. That's a surprise, the name Gallagher in Donegal. There's not many of them over there, is there? And McLaughlin. So hold on, that kick out has gone astray, and it's well taken, in fact, by Nolene McBride, but Dunloe get it back. Carla Collins looking to pounce, but doesn't, and the referee is going to penalise her, I think. And she's immediately called for treatment, and Carla's going to be ticked for that challenge. A little bit too robust.
That's dangerous playing there from Dunloe, that the wee short passing, you know, they're just giving the responsibility to somebody else instead of trying to clear their lanes with a kick pass.
It's that short game that a lot of Donegal clubs play, isn't it? You know, and it's got them into trouble a lot today.
That wee girl seems to be hurt there. Just looking at that Lavey team there, that Sinead McGill come in there, and that number 22. She's a brilliant player, that girl. It's wonder she wasn't named in starting 15 at the very start. And that Niamh Conway must be injured or something, that number 8 that didn't start.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
But Sinead McGill's playing really well for Lavey at the minute, number 22.
She is indeed. Nora McKnight says, that was a funny word to hear, cutties. Haven't heard that in a long time. But she spelled it C-U-T-T-I-E-S. It's C-U-D-D, is it not? Cutties, is it?
Cutties.
I don't know.
Cutties
and Cubs.
I would have spelled it C-U-T-T-I-E-S.
Oh, would you? Okay. All right, okay.
Well, I don't know, but that's the way I spelled it. Oh,
yeah, they're living a bit dangerously in there.
Definitely.
Carla Collins nearly got in again. Oof. Dunlow living on their nerves in there, but they've got away with it, and they're coming up, and when they get up the field then they can do something, and they have done well, they've got over halfway. Looking for Gagan again, but that's just bounced over her. Well watched by the defender, and I think it was the number 4 for Lavey, Maria Mulholland, who did extremely well there, and she's just repelled that attack, and she's also set Lavey off on an attack as they go looking for a score that would put them into the lead. Now the referee has played advantage here, an excellent advantage it is, because Nolan McBride has got it in towards Collins. Oh, she was nearly in there. That ball it was just swaying in the wind there, and it deceived the fullback but not the goalkeeper, and Ellie McGarvey did really well. She's had a tough time with the 2 goals in there. Not her fault, of course, but she did really well that time to read that. Dunlow, they looked to get the score but turned over, but the referee says it was a push, and it's a free for Lavey. And it's just one team attack and then the other attacks. It's that kind of game, and really I have no idea what way it's going to go, but Vinny is an absolute expert in ladies football, so he knows exactly who's going to win this game, don't you, Vinny?
No, absolutely no. I'll have to sit in the fence here. Lavey have completely turned the tables in Dunlow now in this last 7 or 8 minutes. It's definitely all Lavey at the minute, you know.
Yeah, they sort of come in spurts, you know, and they are on top at the minute, but it's level. You just don't know what way it's going to. But they were 4 points down, so full credit to them. Is that 19? Is that a sub in for Lavey? I think it was another sub there. And the 19, is that Emer Murphy who's come in possibly? Oh, a hand in there from the number 17, Brianna Kelly, who came in the first half, and that was an important hand. And yeah, it's Lavey who are on top over most of the field now and getting in with a lot of the important interceptions. This is Maria Rafferty, chased all the way by Yulita Boyle. We're 5 minutes from the end now, and we should be talking about possible player of the match contenders, but you just can't take your eyes off the game. So we'll come to that in a second maybe.
Maria Rafferty shrugged off that challenge there as if it was absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and it was a tough challenge. Everybody diving on the balls now, and that was the number 12, Katrina Toner, the captain, who went down on the dirty ball, and that's why she's captain. As you know, Vinny, you want players like that who'll go and win you a dirty ball in the last 5 minutes of a championship game.
Well, I'm not sure how long it's been since Dunlow scored now, but they've definitely...
There were 4 up.
The Lavey definitely are on top here at the minute, like, and it's looking good for them.
It is. Collins doesn't really connect there, but it's fallen nicely, and this could be the lead. She's put it over indeed, and I think it was the number 12 indeed, and it is Katrina Toner, the captain, coming up to play a captain's part just at the right time, and she got it from Collins. Whether it was premeditated or not, it doesn't matter. She swung a boot on it, and the captain has put Lavey in the lead with 4 minutes to go.
They'll be throwing everybody behind the ball here now to try and defend this slender lead.
The press from Lavey on the kickouts is tremendous. They really are capitalising a lot on Dunlow and putting them under serious pressure, but Dunlow aren't done either. Now there's a player down, and it's Carla Collins, but the referee's brought that back for some reason, and there's maybe a free there that she spotted, but I think she maybe wants to get treatment for Collins. Maybe that's it. Let's talk about player of the match, Vinny, at this stage. I know the game's not quite over yet, but looking at the teams there, I mean, Lavey, Dunlow, I mean, you mentioned Yulita Boyle has been excellent. Carla Collins, obviously, in patches when she's got possession in there. Who else do you think?
Sinead McGill has been absolutely brilliant in the second half, I thought, as well. Like, that wee girl Boyle as well, that number 6 for
the
Dunlow.
2 sisters,
she's been very good as well. But again, number 15 for Lavey as well, young Rafferty, has been very good as well.
But if I had to press you for one at the minute, you'd be looking at Sinead McGill?
I think so, aye.
Okay, thanks for that. There could be somebody stepping up in the last few minutes to become a hero as well and put in a claim, because we have 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes of normal time to go. Dunlow have it all to do. They've been on quite a journey in Ulster, but they need something special, and that's great play by Yulita Boyle, again getting a hand in that. It was a crucial hand, but Lavey still come, and that one has gone wide, and another player down, and another bit of treatment will be required. Lavey trying to bring on a sub. They are a point to the good, and they've come from 4 down to get into this. Martina McCafferty says push on now, Lavey. I wonder who your contenders are online there. Feel free to leave a message there. I'd love to know who you think. We at the minute are going with Sinead McGill, 22 Lavey.
Dunlow would just need to remember one thing: it's never over to the fat lady sings. So they have got to fight for every ball in here now in these closing minutes.
I think they will, to be fair, with Tony Boyle behind them and the journey that they've been on. I think, you know, they've won every competition in ladies football apparently in 2023 that they've entered at all levels. But at the minute they are really facing into the possibility of a first defeat. Now that kick out has gone over the line as it did in the first half for the opposing goalkeeper. The wind going strongly over that side and just carried the ball out, and that's not what Dunlow needed at this time. Carla Collins has come away from the square and having a bigger impact in the game, and she's going to get a free in there for that challenge from Saskia Boyle. And I was thinking about 10 minutes ago, Vinny, that Carla Collins is going to have to come out the field at some stage. It's a bit of a waste in there if they're not getting the ball to her, and that's exactly what she did there. And she gets a little pat on the head for winning that free and just killing the game a little bit at this stage too. Absolutely. Which is important.
Absolutely. Well, again, I have to say this: I thought that was a soft enough free for a girl of young Collins' stature and strength, you know, shown down there quite easily.
We've had a couple of other votes. There's people agreeing with you about Sinead McGill, Ailish McGill, who could be a relation, mind you, but also Henry Hughes, star player. Gary McCullough might be a relation to you. So he's number 9 for Lavey player of the match, and Shauneen Rafferty gets a vote from Orla Coyle. The number 9 is Maria Rafferty. So yeah, lots of contenders. But there's another one, Yulita Boyle. What a game she has had. She has dug her team out on numerous occasions. She's still trying to inspire them for one last push as we just go over the 60-minute now. And Dunlow need to get it up the field. Number 7, Alicia Boyle, takes responsibility and says, I'll carry it forward. But look how close Lavey have been, and that girl has played really well too as well. And here she is again with the Boyle. It's a number 4, Maria Mulholland, Vinny, and there's a couple of balls that have gone in there to the girl that you mentioned, Tara Gagan, in the last 10 minutes, and she's won them, and she's still trying to go forward. She's spotted, and she's maybe been told to close down on that girl. She's been too dangerous, and she has nullified her in the last 10 minutes with some crucial interceptions. But that's a great ball by Aoife Shaw. She's had a terrific game, by the way, Aoife Shaw. She deserves a shout. As Lavey go to look for an insurance score to go 2 ahead. They've got it to the right player. It's Carla Collins. That might be over carrying. Has she got a free? It's a free out. It's a free out. Dunlow are still alive. 1 minute into added time, and I think we're going to have another couple of minutes, you know. So it ain't over yet.
Lavey are defending like rabid dogs in there. Hey, it's just they're not letting Dunlow get away with anything in there. They can't even get out of their own defence.
Yeah, they just can't get up far enough. They can't get a score for love nor money. I mean, they've scored 1 point, I'd say, in the last 15, maybe even 20 minutes, Vinny. You know, and that's been the turning of the game. Remember, you said the goal. I mean, it was a rather fortunate goal for Lavey, but you know, they were quick to pounce on it, and that was a turning point.
After the fantastic start that Dunlow got away with in the first 10 minutes of that second half, but Lavey just turned the screw on them and held them well now so far in this last 20 minutes.
They really have. And I looked at one point and thought they were 4 down, nearly 5 down. And do you remember Dunlow missed about 3 in a row from points, and 2 of them were very easy, you thought, in front of goals. And they've been punished for that now, and they're really struggling because they can't get a score. But if they could get one now, we'd be looking at extra time. And full credit to them if they do get a score. They've got it to the right player. They've got it to Yulita Boyle, and she's fed it through. Oh, and she's done brilliantly here as well. And they might even get more than a point. They're working it in. This is fantastic play. They just need a point, though. Oh, this is good possession football, though. They didn't just kick it away. They've got it to the number 10. That is Katie Wallace. And it's been defended in there, but it's great save by the goalkeeper, and that's crucial. And in the end, it's gone wide, and somehow, Lavey have survived. How did that not end up in the net? I do not know. The goalkeeper deserves credit, the defence deserves credit, and Lavey still ahead somehow, Vinny.
Oh, unbelievable. That was a wild bit of play there. I would have put my house on that Dunlow would have got a score there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to win it there. I mean, a point would have done them just to stay in the game, but a goal obviously would have won it. They came so close. But great defending by Lavey, aren't they? You know, you've got to give them credit. What way's this one going to go? Free out to Lavey.
Oh, skinning hair now by Lavey here. There's nothing going here.
I think I'm going to bring out a new phrase book for Vinny's phrases that he uses during games. Skinning hair and cutties and what was it about rabbit dogs. I mean, it's been very entertaining, Vinny, just listening to you. No. And also your knowledge. I mean, you know the game so well. And Sinead McGill, you picked her out as well. You know your stuff, and you've been around the ladies football scene in Omagh enough. Now, here come Dunlow. Although I have to say at half time I said Lavey would win this. Not with any great confidence in the first 10 minutes of the second half, but they've done really well the last 20. But now Dunlow, is there one last score in them?
Hooked up.
Great ball, great pass, and Saskia Boyle, the captain. She's asked for it back to captain. She knows they just need a point. Oh, what a block! What a block by the number 6, and it's Anna Rafferty. It's Anna Rafferty now. It's Ulita Boyle. Calm down there, Vinny. Calm down. I know it's exciting. You're not even involved here. Number 14 is Patrice Boyle. They just need a score. Is there time? One last bit of play. Maybe the referee has a whistle in her mouth. And is that a foul? No. And it's number 5, Ava Caulfield up there. The boot comes in the end, but it's gone wide, well wide. And I think that might be just about it. And the referee indeed has blown her whistle, and Lavey have won an absolute thriller of a game. It's 2 in a row for Derry. Steelstown yesterday, Lavey today, and there have been 2 absolute thrillers of games. And Lavey, in their first year at senior, have come through and won an Ulster title, and they have totally deserved it in the end. Fantastic defending. They got a couple of fortunate enough goals, but they stuck at it right through, and it's an incredible achievement for their club to come through. Mary Jo Boyle, the driving force of the club. Brian Scullion, the manager, with Paul Scullion and Kathy Collins. What a job they have all done, and Carla Collins has been a star out there for them as well. But they've had stars all over the field, and Vinny's player of the match, Sinead McGill, as well. But look at those scenes, Vinny. What's that like?
Hey, absolutely. You have hats off to Lavey. They were absolutely brilliant in the last 20 minutes there. They were under the cosh there after 10 minutes to the start of the second half. They could have laid down, they could have given up, but they didn't. They really turned the screw on Dunlow. But Dunlow had a chance there at the very end, Jerome. That was a snapshot. She shouldn't have played that ball. There was 3 players out there left, all unmarked, and there was definitely a better option of an equalising score. But don't take it away from Lavey. They were absolutely brilliant in that second half. Absolutely brilliant.
What a performance. They beat Clonmore from Armagh in the quarterfinals by a goal. They beat Carryduff by a goal as well in the semi-finals. 2-7 to 1-7 and 3-8 to 1-8. They came through tough battles, but this is the toughest battle that they have come through, and they've won it here today, and they had to come from 4 points down. But what grit, what determination that they have shown. As I said before, it's mainly been a camogie club, but now they're definitely a ladies football club as well. But I think they brought some of that mentality from camogie over to ladies football today, because they did not shrink when they were 4 points down and up against it today. They got that fortunate goal, but the way they played the last 20 minutes, they carried the game, and then when they had to defend right at the end, boy did they dig deep. Absolutely,
Jerome. Right from their full back line, their half back line were pushing forward, helping out with the attacks. Their midfield, Sinead McGill again, Maria Rafferty, outstanding. Look, there's so many really good players for Lavey in that second half that, you know, to pick one out is difficult, but Sinead McGill definitely, I thought, was the driving force that carried them across the line. But again, a great showing from Aoife Shaw and Katrina Toner, of course Collins and Rafferty and wee McBride in there at number 13. Lavey were absolutely, they deserved their victory, there's no question about it. Hey.
On Facebook, Margot Brawley says, brilliant, well done to Lavey. Julie Loughran says the same, and Rita Scullion. Well done to Lavey and to Nolene McBride. That's from Pauline. Thank you for that. Crona O'Reilly says, so disappointing. Hard luck Dunlow. Well, we totally empathise with that. Bridget O'Donnell, gutted for you ladies, but so proud of you all. So unlucky. Mary Harty says, brilliant to Lavey. George Montgomery, fantastic game, unreal. Denise Blacken says, yo, well done Lavey girls. Hard graft to the very last whistle. Brilliant. Aileen Kendall, well done. Erin's own Lavey GEA ladies. Sean McVeigh, well done Lavey, and Brian Scullion. Henry Hughes, fantastic. Congratulations to Lavey. Chaza says Dunlow were brilliant. Well done, girls. Congratulations to Lavey. Tracy McKeever, well done Lavey. Paul Crozier, congratulations Lavey. An absolutely amazing achievement. Delighted for Mary Jo and all involved. Helen O'Neill, woohoo, she says. Brilliant girls. Kathleen Bennett, the same. Barry McDonald, Eileen Doyle Gallagher, well done to Lavey. Hold your heads high, she says to the losing team. And this is Jerry Doherty, now the chairperson of Ulster Ladies, coming through and calling for a round of applause. Joanne O'Kane, well done to Lavey. Grania Quigley, amazing feat, simply the best. I'll come back to those, but we'll let Jerry take over.
A number of people for their work here today. First of all, I'd like to thank the Oma Club for the use of their excellent facilities here. When they were asked for the pitch, they were quite happy to help us, and we thank them most sincerely for that. I also want to thank, obviously, our referee and our officials for their display here today. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, without our officials, we would not have the games or to the standard that we have them at the moment. So let's call for a big round of applause for our officials. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank my fellow Ulster Council colleagues who see them about the place today, both our paid officials and our volunteers who give of their time so wonderfully to make this association what it is. Well done to all. I'd also like to thank all those other people who helped us, particularly our sponsors, MMC, for sponsoring the player of the match on their help during the year. They helped us, and I would like to ask you, our supporters, to help them. Thank you very much. A word to the runners-up. Dunlow, you had a wonderful season of football out there in Donegal. We thank you very much for your efforts, and we wish you well for the future. We know the game is in good hands with Tony Boyle and his colleagues out there, so we'd like to encourage you to keep the whole thing going. Well done to Dunlow. Let's give them a big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. On an occasion like this, it's very, very important that we also recognise the efforts of all our players, and in particular Ulster Council recognises the particular game display from people throughout the whole championship and today. And in today's game we offer our player of the match trophy to the Lavey number 22, Sinead McGill. If Sinead comes out to get her trophy here.
And well deserved, as Vinny was saying on the commentary. It was Vinny's choice, and it's definitely a popular one. Fantastic game, and she wasn't even meant to start, Vinny, and she got player of the match. Fair play to her.
Absolutely, you'd wonder why she never started.
Yeah, who knows, what was going on behind the scenes. By the way, Tony McLaughlin on Facebook says, delighted for Lavey from everyone at Steelstown. Derry girls together. You're pointing out the McCullough name for me there at the presentation area. Now we're going to have the cup presented, and I will come, by the way, to a few of your messages that have come through, and also explain the All-Ireland series, because now Lavey have an All-Ireland game. They're not finished yet. There's a bonus.
Without further ado, I'd like to call forward the Lavey captain, Katrina Toner, to receive the cup on behalf of our team. And I'd like to wish you all the best in the All-Ireland series.
She's bouncing already. She's a happy girl. Katrina Toner, number 12, and she had a couple of vital contributions in the last 10 minutes as well. And her camera nice and close there. Kieran McMahon is up there to get that lovely shot of Katrina with Jerry Doherty there, and she can't wait to shake that cup into the air.
It was Hort had the one score, was it?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, I was thinking of the dirty ball she won too, but obviously, she got the score as well. She put that one over, so yeah. Here we go. Lavey, Ulster champions 2023 in ladies football. What an achievement. First year to play senior, and the Derry girls have done it again. 2 out of 2 in the Ulster finals so far for them. A brilliant achievement. And in the All-Ireland semi-final now, they're going to play the winners of a quarter-final. Glasgow Gales against O'Donovan Rossa from Cork. On the other side, it's a Wexford team called Gusseron and Claire Morris from Mayo. So that's the teams that are left. The Ulster representatives will be Lavey. We've only got a couple of minutes here to wrap it up because we've another game on here. There's some senior final on, I gather, here as well. So we're going to be doing a stream on that coming up as well. But let's listen to the captain.
What a game. I'm not saying some game for the neutral. Winning is for the nerves. Donegal, you're an absolutely incredible side. You have some phenomenal players there. We see when you get space, you're so hard to stop. Hard luck today wasn't your day. But you're Donegal champions and Ulster finalists, which is an amazing achievement. No doubt you'll have another good year this year, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Lovely words.
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Very impressive for an opposition, like to have that awareness to say those lovely words to them.
And I'd like to thank the ref, umpires and officials and everyone who made today happen. It's also great to note that they're all female referees for this weekend.
Nice mention as well.
Thanks to Healy for the use of their pitch. It's always great to perform on the big stage. To Ulster's LGFA, it's been a great competition. We've loved taking part in it so much. Also great to have the live stream going. I know a lot of us were watching the Stage County Girls yesterday and good to see the football in Derry. It's a great place.
You're welcome.
Also to Donna, who does a lot of work on our social media. Thank you so much. It's a great fun for the fans, and we love seeing it too. Now on to my management. Brian, Paul, Mary Jo, and Kathy. For the last 12 months, you've given everything. We've been training 3 to 4 nights a week, and I could not fault anybody's commitment. We would not be here today without you. It has been an amazing 2 years, and thank you for making that possible and making our dreams come true of being dual players or else football players for our parish. Kathy, you do so much work behind the scenes, organising buses, getting all them half-time snacks for us, and then really inspiring words of just go out and enjoy it, guys. Mary Jo, you have provided us this platform to play. Your motivational work inspires us both on and off the pitch and has a huge impact on all of our lives. Paul, you put in so much time and thought into every single one of the drills. You explain it so clearly to the girls. Sometimes we might get it the first time, but maybe the second or third. Our training during this Ulster campaign has honestly peaked. In short months since our Derry championship, we've improved so much, and it's been great to see, and it's all thanks to you. To Brian, our manager. You have just been great over the last 2 years. You treat every girl with such kindness and compassion, and you just put all the pieces of our jigsaw together. You've had a very challenging and busy year, and yet have shown our team the full commitment, and this is your reward here today. And now on to the team. A group of 30 plus girls who, some 2 years ago, some once even so this year, decided to give this football thing a go. And now look at us. Derry Junior champions, Derry Intermediate champions, and now Ulster champions! Football is more than just a hobby for these girls, it is a lifestyle. Sacrifices after sacrifices over the last 12 months have all come in to this cup coming up the road tonight. Commitment is Niamh Conway giving up a shift to now have to work 12 hours on Christmas Day to see her team through an Ulster semi-final. Dedication is Erin Schooner, who should have been out for 6 weeks but had to play the final, and thank God for it. Resilience, and at the very heart of this team is the Scullion family, and at the very centre of that is Mrs. Maria Scullion. You matter more to each and every one of our girls than you will ever know. You are the extra 10%. Cheers and cheers. It has been an absolutely incredible journey with you. Thank you so much for coming out. You're definitely the extra leg which we needed today. From from the coffee morning, we could not get over the generosity of you. It was so nice of all of you, and from the buzz around the school and the play school, it has been incredible, and our journey's not over yet. Thank you so much for being a captain. This is honestly one of the greatest privileges of my life, and will for always be. Always Donegal!
That was a speech and a half, wasn't it? That was the captain, Katrina Toner. And by the way, Brendan Henry has sent me a message explaining why Sinead McGill, player of the match, didn't start. She's been carrying an injury, so that does explain it. We're going to have to wrap it up there because we have another game. Now, maybe they're going to get a shot of them coming down here. Well, maybe, yeah, she's coming down the steps, so we'll hold on for that. But let me just, while we're doing that, no, they're taking more photographs, so we're going to go off. But I'm just going to thank Vinny. Oh, no, that's a lovely shot worth waiting for. We're in the background over in the far side there, but our cameraman, Kieran McMahon, is right in there getting those lovely shots. Well done to Lavey. Photographs been taken. They will celebrate, but we have another game just to come on. But Vinny, thanks a million. Really enjoyed you being with us.
Good man, Jerome, thank you. Can I have one wee shout out? I want to give a shout out to a wee girl from the Clochan club, Sophia McGrath, who was absolutely fantastic last night. It was just a bad experience in my family last night, but wee Sophia was there. I just want to give a shout out to Sophia and to her mummy and daddy. Your wee daughters are credit to you.
Well, she must be good if an Oma man is thanking Killyflower, the rivals out the way. But I know what you're saying, and yes, thanks to Sophie from the whole family. And there's those lovely shots that Kieran is getting in there. You've made me hold on to get those shots, and they are worth getting as well. The phone's in there, of course, as well. But Kieran has got on, and as they go down the tunnel here at St Enda's with the cup, it's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed the coverage. We'll be back on in a couple of minutes with another stream of the senior final.